So we want to introduce you to a very special person called Mike, who is a Department of Conservation Ranger here in New Zealand, and he's going to tell us about a really special sea creature and show us something really special.
Well, the seal pups that we will see at the pool later actually come up from the sea, which is just over here. They come underneath the highway, under the railway bridge, and then go a short distance up the stream for about 1 kilometre to the pool. They actually breed just around the corner here in December and January, and they stay there for a couple of months where they feed with their mothers. After that, the mothers go to sea for a few days, sometimes up to 4 or 5 days, and the pups have got nothing to do. So what happens? Young kids like to get into trouble. What they do, they just travel along the beach, find a little stream which is real handy here, which is where they follow up, and then they just keep going up until they come to a pool. When they're doing that, all these other pups are watching them. Wonder where they're going. They follow them as well, and in the end, we've had up to 200 pups just up at the pool itself.
Hi monkeys, Meg's here. Now, I know a lot of you monkeys like to play tag around the island, but you should really check out these guys because they are just all over the place. But Mike knows more about them than I do, obviously. How many seals do you think there are in the pool at the moment?
Probably about 30, but at any one time there can be 200 between here and the road. 200? Yeah, 200.
Might be a little congestion in the stream.
Oh, especially when you watch what they're doing, just playing.
Yeah, it's really amazing seeing them fight over the rocks. They're just pushing each other off rocks left and right, monkeys. How can our rubbish and trash affect their life?
Well, as you can see with the seals here, all they're doing is playing. So as soon as you throw something into the water or something that floats down the stream, what do seals do? They want to play with it. So plastic bags, strapping bands, pieces of net, anything like that at all, they go and play with them, they can swallow them, they can ingest them.
And that can't be good.
And it can't be good, and it's not good. And even, especially things like bands, rubber bands, anything with a circle in it, go over their heads.
Oh.
And because they're here, it goes back. Once it goes over, it can't come forward.
Oh.
So it'll stay there, and the seal will grow bigger, and then it'll just gradually go into its net. So
oh my goodness. And it cuts into their skin that way, doesn't it?
We removing nets off seals and bands and that all the time around in Kaikoura, and it's quite a problem. It takes a bit of effort to go and find the seals and capture them and release them. Most of them you can get off, so we're lucky, but anything like that.
But if you guys weren't around, then they would just go with it trapped around the net.
It won't come off. A lot of that stuff is real thick, and it won't break down. Yeah. So the seal will just die.
Well, that's why we shouldn't litter near the waterways, shouldn't litter at all really, but just make sure you always dispose of your rubbish in places where you're supposed to.
from lots of other seals in that most other seals have blubber to keep them warm, but the seals here have 2 layers of fur, which is why they're called New Zealand fur seals, and they cover it with a layer of oil to keep them warm.
So monkeys, I really hope you enjoyed catching up with us and seeing the seals. I know that we had a good time. I had a great time.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, and again, a massive thanks to Mike for showing us around. He really taught me a lot about seals and about, you know, this colony has grown in 10 years from something like 100 to 4,500 or something.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing, you know, what's going on here. So yeah.
Fantastic. Bye, monkeys.
Bye.
Bye.